Well, hey everybody, this is RFML47 from Dallas, Texas, making this video on leap year 2012, which would be February 29th, 2012. Making this video at 11:07 a.m. Central Standard Time. This is going to be all weather. I'm not going to talk about space weather in this video, and right now there's not that much space weather that's got my attention. And I know that you're hearing it in the news right now about lots of severe weather going on in the the Ohio Valley portions of the United States. What I wanted to show you first here is just how intense this low pressure system is. Here's a 990 millibar low, and it's very tightly wound, which means above here, the closer these lines are, the faster the wind blows, the harder the wind blows. So north of the system, you're having a blizzard, snowstorms up here in parts of Minnesota and over into Minneapolis and Wisconsin. You're going to be dealing with that for today. Now this puppy is moving, but we see this little extension right here, little kind of the bow and a bow here. Well, in between those, we've got some of our severest weather so far today. In fact, last I looked, there's been 10 deaths associated with it, and that was in an overnight storm in Illinois. I believe it's in the town of Harrisburg. But again, I just wanted to show you this map to show you that just how wound up this storm is, and give you an idea of, if you're learning how to read, this would be the ISO. Well, now I just went blank. It's not isotax, I don't think. It's isobars. Duh. Okay, the isobars are these lines of equal pressure. If you want to kind of get some more information and learn how to read these, this is a good map to look at. Again, tightly wound low pressure system, which means winds are going counterclockwise around it. So what happens here is this is dragging cold wind down here, cold air, and strong at that. And then on this side, warm humid air is being dragged up. In fact, this is unseasonably warm air down here. No doubt about it, it's going to be an interesting spring. It's started already, and to already have deaths associated with tornadoes is it's just not. I don't like it. It's not a good feeling. It just means people are not ready. They're not paying attention, and they need to have their weather radios, especially when stuff like this occurs at night. And these deaths occurred overnight. Again, the next best thing to your smoke alarm is going to be your all hazards radio, your National Weather Service NOAA weather radio, because it can alert you. And it's not like the old ones where they used to go off every time some storm was, within 100 miles of you, and it woke you up in the middle of the night for nothing. The new ones are great. They're not that expensive. They are worth it. I'd say get yourself one. On Water Vapor Satellite, you can see how this storm is wound up. And again, I love to use the water vapor to look at it, because you can tell which way the winds are going and which way the systems are moving. It seems like the easiest way for me to look and see. And you can see, let me slow this down just a hair, that we've got the storm wound up here, as you saw in the previous picture, and here comes a dry slot pushing in, which is not a good thing actually for later on today, and I'll get into that here in a bit. The storms that came through Illinois this morning came through right along here, and I believe that's where our deaths occurred overnight, early in the morning. And right now storms are continuing across the just north of Tennessee, more into Kentucky, fixing to head into West Virginia, and also it looks like even Pennsylvania now, it will probably be looking at some stuff. But I'm also worried more about what's going to happen maybe further south today in parts of like Mississippi as this system begins to tap into some, again, unusually hot and warm air and humid air for this time of the year. But again, mainly I was showing you this, and again, it's another good tool to use, is the water vapor satellite, and it just shows you how active it is. There's another disturbance coming around this, which is the one that may set off another round of severe weather in this area again later on this afternoon. Okay, here's the Storms Prediction Center risks of severe weather. Yesterday we did not have the moderate in there. We had this slight risk, which is here in the yellow, was noted, but it did get upgraded last night to show a moderate risk of severe weather in this area. And so far, this is where our tornadoes are quite possible. Very large hail and damaging winds. As you can see, this area, the yellow area, is your regular severe storms. I say regular, that kind of tamps down what the urgency. Severe storms are severe storms. They produce large hail, damaging winds, and occasional tornadoes. This is where this afternoon, as I was talking about, as the next disturbance rotates down, we're going to see another round of severe weather breakout, possibly again in northern Alabama and Mississippi, and also parts of Kentucky and western Tennessee. So we just kind of have to kind of keep an eye on the radar today. Like I said, if you've got your weather radio and you live in this anywhere in this area, keep it on standby and keep it within earshot. I mean, it's the best thing you can do for you and your family. Now here's a little better close-up of the area, and again, this is valid as of the radar would be 1700 Z, which Central Standard Time would be 11 a.m. The pressures are as of 1600 Z's, an hour before. Anyway, this is a relatively real time. This comes off of the Storm Prediction Center's mesoscale analysis page, and it's a great tool for anybody tracking severe weather. But these are our tornado watches right now that are out. Again, we're going to expect more down here and up here as this system continues to move this way. Again, see the isobars I were talking about, the lines of equal pressure, as they go back, there's 998, 996, back to, as we saw, the 990 millibar low. And again, packed tight here, the closer the lines, the more the wind, the harder the wind will blow. And the wind blows counterclockwise around a low pressure system, so the winds in front of this system are blowing strong out of the south and southwest, and behind the system it's going to be pretty chilly. Here's the latest radar loop from the College of DuPage, the next gen or next lab radar shot, just showing the areas. It's another vantage point for you to look at, showing where the tornado watches are, the severe thunderstorm watches are, and then where you have tornado warnings or severe thunderstorm warnings in this line. And it gives you an idea of how this line is moving. Again, watch down here today, folks. Keep your eyes to the radar and your ears to the weather radio, because this is going to be the area that's going to be catching a lot of people's attention later on today. We will see more reports of tornadoes today. Hopefully not more reports of deaths, but we're definitely going to see reports of more tornadoes today. Now this is the day 2 outlook from the Storms Prediction Center, and all of a sudden everything is very calm. We've got this green area, which is a slight chance of just plain thunderstorms. So the severe weather action and intensity from the storm system will be exiting out, and shouldn't be a problem for us tomorrow which would be March the 1st. So maybe March comes in more like a lamb. We shall see. I doubt it. It's going to be very windy up here. So that's the day 2 outlook. And I'll go ahead and let's look at one more outlook. Okay, this will be the day 3 outlook. And remember, these can change as far as upgrading. Again, we start having a slight risk of severe weather being predicted again for the Ohio Valley. Remember, we had that a few days ago when I showed it to you, and then it got upgraded to the moderate risk. But again, this would be March the 2nd, valid March the 2nd. It's springtime, people, so just wanted to show you that there is a potential of severe weather. Probably, well, there is the potential for some very severe weather today with tornadoes, large hail, damaging winds. Tomorrow is kind of a in-between quiet day, and then the day after, March the 2nd, it's going to be kicking back up. So keep an eye to the sky, folks. Again, I know I keep hounded on the weather radios, but weather radios saves lives. It's amazing. If you were, especially at nighttime, if you're sleeping and a tornado is coming upon you, how else are you going to know unless you have a radio that has an alarm that goes off and tells you a tornado is close to your door or to your house or to your street? You got to know. And you just pretend like it's just like having a fire alarm in your house, as a smoke detector. It's your early warning. Seconds save lives. I know it's a worn out expression, but it's true. That's probably why it's worn out. Okay, this is Robert Vermillion. I am testing out also my new microphone today, so hopefully you can hear me better instead of not out in the sound like I'm in a tin can or something. And didn't show my ugly mug today just because I'm testing the microphone. I wanted to do some wider screenshots, and so that's why you didn't see me today. I like you care, I know. Anyway, again, Arvermill 47 from Dallas, Texas, telling everybody to stay safe and have a great day, people. All right, be careful, but where the weather's nice, enjoy it. Springtime is on its way, but with weather, that means every part of the nation has a different type of weather going on. All right, everybody. I'm keep rambling, so I'll shut up. Y'all have a good one.